All my life I had one dream, to become famous. And then it happened. One day I woke up and everything changed. Couldn't believe it. Millions of people knew my name. My phone was blowing up with messages. The whole world seemed to know who I was and what I'd been doing for the past 3 years. But how could this be? 3 years ago I had uploaded a video, and overnight it went viral. It got millions of views in just 24 hours. I became an internet sensation. It all happened so fast and suddenly. I didn't know what to do. I was completely overwhelmed by all the attention. I decided to take some time to think and sort everything out. That's when I saw it. A message from someone I didn't know. You have 24 hours to get out while you can. What did they mean? Who was this person, and why were they sending me messages? At first I thought it was just some kind of sick joke, but then the more I thought about it, the more it didn't make sense. Why would someone want to hurt me? When I read the message again, I noticed something strange. The username was a series of random numbers and letters with no meaning. They weren't following me, and their account had no profile picture. It looked like they wanted to remain anonymous. But why? What did they know? Why were they sending me these kinds of messages? And what did they mean by the 24-hour deadline? Was this a threat or just another fan trying to get my attention? At first, I wanted to ignore it. I thought it was just some kind of sick joke. But then I started to worry. What if it wasn't a joke and something bad was going to happen? I tried to shake off the feeling, but the more I thought about it, the more it didn't make sense. Why would someone want to hurt me? I had never done anything to anyone. As the hours passed, my anxiety grew. What if the person meant what they said? What if they were coming after me? Suddenly my phone lit up again. Another message from the same account. This time it was just one word. Tonight. What did they mean? It was tonight. Was tonight the night that they were planning something? Tried to tell myself that it was just a silly prank. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. I decided that I needed to do something. I called the police and told them about the messages that I had been getting. They took my statement and told me that they would keep an eye out for anything suspicious. But I knew that they wouldn't be able to help me if something did happen. I needed to take matters into my own hands. I started by checking my security cameras. I had cameras at the front and back of the house, but they weren't hooked up to anything. I sighed. I should have known better than to trust those cheap security cameras. They were only good for making me feel safe. But now I was in real danger, and I had no way to protect myself. As the night wore on, I started to feel like I was being watched. Every little noise made me jump. I paced around the house, unable to relax or sleep. Then I heard a knock at the door. My heart stopped. Was it them? I peeked through the window and saw a delivery guy at the door. It was just a pizza delivery. I let out a breath that I didn't realize I was holding. But as the night dragged on, the fear didn't go away. In fact, it only got worse. Just before sunrise, I heard a loud crash. I screamed and hid under the bed. When I finally got myself to look, I saw that the window at the back of the house was smashed, and there was a figure standing in the doorway. As the person stepped into the light, I saw that it was one of my neighbors. "Are you okay?" he asked, his voice full of concern. He had a baseball bat in his hand, and he looked like he had just woken up. "I heard a noise and came to check," he explained. I shook my head, still shaking from the encounter, and then it hit me. Maybe the person in the message wasn't trying to hurt me. Maybe they had just wanted to scare me. But as the morning wore on, I realized that I had made a terrible mistake. The person who had sent the messages hadn't meant to scare me. They had meant to kill me.